Well, new tonight, with less than a month until gun owners must recertify their pistol permits, some local and state leaders are calling for the deadline to be pushed back. Right now, anyone who received a permit prior to January 15, 2013 must submit their recertification by January 31st. And New York State Police have made no indication that the deadline will be extended.
Well, local leaders are continuing their outreach efforts in light of the upcoming pistol recertification deadline. This January marks the first 5-year mark since Governor Cuomo implemented that New York SAFE Act back in 2013. And that means that now is the very first time that many gun owners have to recertify ever. Channel 2's Erica Brecker talked with some local leaders tonight about some of the frustrations surrounding this whole process. Erica, it's been going on for a while now.
It really has, Scott, and the residents who have to recertify, some for the first time since they got their guns decades ago, have a lot of questions, as you can imagine. For example, some of the questions that came up tonight were, how can my out-of-county son and I continue to co-own our guns? What does the state do with the personal information I'm required to share? And how do I know my recertification went through? All valid questions for those trying to follow a law that's only hitting its first ever 5-year recertification deadline for gun owners who were issued licenses before January 15, 2013. Erie County legislator Ed Rath says the county has had 21,000 people successfully recertify, but another 30,000 still who have not.
Can we ease people's fears about the mantra that somebody's going to come to our doors and take our guns?
Yeah, I don't think people need to be concerned about, New York State going to people's doors and taking their guns away. But I would call on New York State to be mindful of the lawful gun owners and those who have been doing things the right way for their entire life in New York State.
Rath points out that because the folks trying to figure out recertification are the law-abiding kind of citizens, it would be a shame if they face the loss of firearms if they don't get this done in time. It's on New York County clerks to help get the job done, and that's why Mickey Kearns is hosting 20 of these Q&A outreach meetings throughout Erie County, and he's hoping for a deadline extension too.
I'm also going to draft a letter to the governor asking for an extension. It's almost impossible to get this done, and I'm hopeful that we can have some type of we can move the goalpost and we could have an extension on the deadline, because I don't know how we're going to do this.
Kearns says if you still have to recertify, he recommends doing it online if you can at troopers.ny.gov, or if you prefer to do it by mail, he recommends doing so through certified mail so that there's a paper trail to prove you did it on time. And of course, you can also go to the clerk's office where there's a kiosk set up with recertification applications. It is completely free to recertify, and that state police link I just mentioned also offers you the ability to check if you're recertified or not. In my article online right now on WGRZ.com, we answer some of the questions raised in this report, and I've also linked to a really helpful recertification FAQ page that helped clear up some things for me too. Erica Brecker, Channel 2 News.